There's an old saying that goes, trust is like glass. You can fix it if it's broken, but you can still see the cracks. The same can be argued about the relationship between the Black community and the medical practitioners in America. Perhaps one of the reasons for so much distrust between Black Americans and practitioners of medicine originates back to the horrific experiments on Black slaves during the antebellum period of the 1800s. There's a short analysis on how modern medical science was pioneered off the suffering of Black slaves. I'm your host, Gabriel, and welcome to Lucky Blerd's Lucky JK Conspiracies, Grim Origins of the Medical Field, Blood Sacrifices. Before trust was built between healthcare professionals and the American public, it was first built on the backs of slaves. In the late 19th century, Southern white medical practitioners would take advantage of the slave trade and purchase slaves at slave auctions to conduct medical experiments. One such practitioner was Dr. James Dugas, who was able to pioneer a new eye surgery by using Black captives at the cost of their vision. Another, Dr. Francois Marie Purvis, purchased Black captives for experimental ovariotomy surgery for bladder stones. Ovariotomy is a major surgery that removes one or both ovaries from the body, usually requiring sedation or an anesthetic. But because there was this racist idea that Blacks can't feel pain, it was often never used. Probably the most infamous doctor was James Marion Sims, a surgical physician and plantation owner who's known throughout medical history as the father of gynecology. However, he only received the title after performing horrific surgical experiments on 11 slave women who were experiencing vescovaginal fistula, a condition when an abnormal opening forms between the bladder, anus, and the vagina, allowing for an involuntary flow of urine. The mad surgeon also claimed the lives of 17 other captives prior to the 11 women he had purchased. The first 3 died under his scalpel. Another died when bone segments were removed from their jaw. The rest became unfortunate casualties of human error, as Sims would often forget to remove blockages to victims' airways or fail to stop his victims from bleeding out. With knowledge of some of the horrific experiments done to Black slaves in the past in the name of medical science, and with so much resistance toward the medical field, especially around vaccines, it can be a little bit clearer to understand why some Black Americans have the reservations about the medical field now. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have left for this episode, Blood Sacrifices. But if you want a more nerdy, in-depth account of some of the horrors done to Black Americans in the name of medical science, then check out this book by Harry A. Washington called Medical Apartheid. I'm your host, Gabriel, and thank you for watching Lucky Blerd's Lucky JK Conspiracies, Grim Origins of the Medical Field, Blood Sacrifices. Later, dudes.